Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about my experience with GRE at home. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the website where you can check all the guidelines that you need to follow before giving the exam. Please read all the guidelines carefully before you give your exam. Otherwise, you may face problems during the exam. So here, as you can see, you can watch this video and understand all the requirements. Otherwise, all the detailed requirements are given below. So as you can see, there are basic equipment requirements like your computer. You should be using a computer or a laptop. You cannot use any tablet or mobile or a Chromebook. Then after that, browser download and equipment check. Here for ETS, they have their own browser for exam. So you will have to download their browser in order to give the exam. And after that, they tell you to check your equipment with Proctor Equipment Check. Here is the website where you can check your equipment. Here they check your camera, microphone, speaker and internet speed. And if there is no issue with your system, then you will see something like that. That is, congratulations, you are ready to take your online proctor test. And after that, there are some guidelines regarding the environment where you will be giving your exam, and also some guidelines regarding the note taking materials, like you're only supposed to use two types of materials for solving the questions. The first one is you can use a whiteboard, or the second one is you have to use a transparent file with a white paper inside it. So these are the basic guidelines you need to follow if you are planning to give GRE at home. I will put the link for this equipment test as well as this GRE's ETS page where you can find the guidelines in the description box below. So on the day of exam, I logged in around 30 minutes before the exam was scheduled, and when I went to the link that was provided by ETS for the exam, it redirected me to the Proctory website. The first step there was to check your equipment, that is your laptop. Either you are using MacBook or Windows laptop, it doesn't matter. The tests are same for that, like they test your video, audio as well as internet speed. Then after the equipment are checked, the next step is you wait for the timer to end. Means you are only able to connect with the proctor and give exam only when the timer reaches 0. So after the timer reaches 0, you are connected to a proctor, and then proctor guides you through all the steps that you need to follow before the exam. So the proctor asked me to show the panorama view of my room. That is, he asked me to show all the four walls of my room, as well as asked to show the ceiling and the floor of my room. He also asked me to show the table where I was sitting. So after I showed him my room, the proctor asked me to show the materials that I am going to use for the exam. That is the whiteboard and the pens that I was going to use. So this was the whiteboard that I used on the day of the exam, and you can also use whiteboard like this, or a file with the white paper, transparent file with a white paper inside it. And after that, he asked me to show me the passport for the identification purpose. And after that, he asked me to show the front screen of my laptop using a mobile or a mirror. So I showed him my laptop screen using my own mobile, using the front camera of the mobile. And after that, he asked me to put away the things I don't need it, like the passport and the mobile away. He also asked me to show where I kept my mobile and passport. After that, he took the control of my laptop and logged me into the exam. And then from there onwards the exam started, and it took me around 20 to 30 minutes to complete all the procedure before the exam. So during the exam I did not face any difficulties or any problems. But if you guys face any problem during the exam, just like your exam got stuck, or you are not able to see the screen or something like that, any technical issue, you can directly contact the proctor, and he will help you out. You can do that by just speaking up and asking the proctor to help you. Otherwise, you can contact the proctor using their chat application. And please keep this in mind that you can navigate to the chat application, but don't navigate anywhere else than that, because the screen is getting recorded and you can be debarred from the exam because of that. So if you have any problem, you can just contact the proctor using the chat application, or just speak up in the video. And speaking up in the video is also somewhat risky, so just try to contact the proctor using the chat application only. During the exam I did not face any difficulties with my laptop or my internet connection. So the thing is, please have a stable internet connection and a good PC that won't shut off during your exam, because during online exams it is a very common problem of getting disconnected due to internet issues, or due to power issues. And keep your laptop fully charged during the exam, or you can just give the exam while the charger is connected to the laptop, because you can't know that when your system will fail, or your internet connection goes down. So just these are the few things you should keep in mind during the exam, that you should take care of before you start your exam. So guys, this was my experience with GRE at home, and if you have any doubts regarding this, you can contact me on my Instagram handle, or you can just put your doubts in the comment section below. And also I want to tell you about the TOEFL series that I'm going to start. The TOEFL series will be similar to the GRE series that I just did. So it will include what is TOEFL, and what is the exam structure for TOEFL, and my experience with TOEFL at home. And also I will be uploading videos related to tips and tricks that you can use to study better for GRE and TOEFL and get your desired scores. Thank you guys for watching my video. This was my experience with GRE at home. If you have any doubts regarding this, please put them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also click on that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video.